A long, long time ago.
I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. Don McLean, American Pie, Bye Bye, Miss American Pie, more precisely here. So this morning, I come across a video here by Huge Jorgen again, Huge Jorgen. Um, 23rd of April 2026, America's End, I Pet Goat 2. So, yeah, he's wrong. He's absolutely wrong here. Again, the 23rd of April. I mean, this is another channel. There's this and another channel. I can't remember the name of the channel. And they make predictions like every other day of like the end of America, of like all sorts, or the Rapture. The Rapture's one that they keep making predictions on as well. Yeah, this and another channel have made multiple predictions, and they're always wrong. You're always wrong. Like that, honestly. Stop making predictions, and the other side of it is, yeah, I think this channel, but definitely the other one. You're even in the wrong part of the Bible. You know what I mean? We're in Satan's little season, right? We're not pre-tribulation. We are in Satan's little season. So there is no rapture. So you're all looking at the wrong signs, all the signs that are being faked. I've been through all this kind of crap. This is why they're doing it, to make you believe you're at a different part in the Bible. Um, yeah, like they're constantly making predictions, and they're always wrong. Like literally, they haven't been right once about any of these predictions. They're on the right path, and they know the crack, but they're making predictions based off IPEC Goat here. And yeah, again, 23rd of April 2026, America's End. Right, I guarantee you, absolutely guarantee you, on the 24th of April, nothing's happened. America hasn't ended, because we already know, due to other reasonings here, which we've been through, um, the America is going to get destroyed. It's very much part of the New World Order, the end of liberty and democracy, as I've mentioned there. And we'll probably just fold in the aftermath because we don't have an army to fight a war in the first place, so we will have to concede or be destroyed here. So, in the Second World War, Hitler wanted us to join them, and well, it was all a bit of a fugazi, to be honest. Again, in my opinion, Hitler was never going to take England ever, because it was all ultimately the staging point for the fight back, which then, well, half of the staging point, obviously, Russia came from the other side. It was the staging point for the ultimate defeat of the Nazis. And if we listen to Albert Pike, the Freemason there in the 1800s, talk about the three world wars and how they will take place, he mentions the destruction of the Nazis in the outcome of World War II. So the Nazis were always going to be defeated, it seems. It was written about before it even started. So the wars are planned. They're very much, every war was planned. Again, the rich people who make the wars don't fight the wars. They send the peasants to die. So yeah, this war is very planned. It's all part of the agenda. It's part of the New World Order. It's also a part of Satan's little season in a way. And again, even pre-tribulation, but we're not pre-tribulation, and then the people are faking it. So the fact that we're going to have a big war and the economy's collapsing, yeah, all this is kind of in Revelation there. So people are faking Revelation to make people like this believe that we're pre-tribulation here. So that's kind of what's going on for me, anyway. And again, yeah, I think, yeah, that is the ultimate explanation for everything. It kind of explains it all, and why you've got Donald Trump out here and people saying like the Battle of Armageddon's coming and we're bringing back Jesus Christ, etc. If Donald Trump's telling you that, then it's not. That's not what's happening. Do you know what I mean? That isn't what's happening. So, from my estimations here, as I've mentioned before many a time here, and for multiple reasons. Again, what's significant about attacking America on April the 23rd? When my claim is it's going to be done during the World Cup, which is the most televised event in the entire world. So when you're going for a public reaction, which is very much what this will be about, because you're going to galvanise people for a war here, Again, think 9/11, think Pearl Harbor. You need this big event. Again, think Southport in terms of the aftermath in England, and you need a big event in order to spark the people into a frenzy, a panic, a war footing, any of these sort of things. You need the big event. Think 9/11. Again, in the aftermath of 9/11, the day after 9/11, everybody was thinking, what now? What next? Like, America's not going to stand for this. And the American people were enraged, and the people joining the army went through the roof in the aftermath of 9/11. So they're going to use, in my opinion, the World Cup, which just so happens to be in America this year, the most televised event in the world. They're going to use that. I mean, it'll create dramatic effect around the world as well, not just in America. Again, you've got to galvanize the people of the world here. So again, the football. Again, football is worldwide. Everybody loves football. The World Cup. Everybody loves the World Cup. And again, a devastating attack on America, similar to a Pearl Harbor or a 9/11, will engage the people to fight a war, basically. Now, another connection, as we've mentioned before, in this song, Bye Bye American Pie, which is like 8 minutes long. I actually think it's 11 minutes long. I'm maybe thinking of November Rain, to be honest. Here we go. So, let's just go back slightly. Bit more. Right. So, we've mentioned this before. This will be the day that I die as well. This will be the day that I die, because you've been destroyed, you've been blown up by China and Russia, probably, primarily. This will be the day that I die, right?
That I die. This will be the day that I
That'll be the day that you die, yeah.
die.
So this is why we believe this is the connection to. I mean, the World Cup in itself is the event that you to get the most attention. So that's in the summer, and then we have this lyric in the song.
Helter skelter in the summer swelter, the birds.
Helter skelter in the summer swelter, right? So we're looking at summer. It's not summer. April is not summer. So America's destruction will not be in April. The birds flew off the fallout shelter. Now, what do you use a fallout shelter for? To hide from bombs, perhaps? So, summer, fallout shelters, birds flying off the fallout shelters. That's because the bombs are dropping.
Flew off with a fallout shelter.
They're 8 miles high and falling fast. That'll be the bombs.
8 miles high and falling fast.
Falling fast. So, yeah, this is, again, I mean, it may seem a bit mental, but how did Don McLean predict the future in about 40 years in advance as well? Well, now we're getting into some real deep shit. But, yeah, so, summer swelter, fallout shelter, falling fast, 8 miles high, that's the bomb. It landed foul on the grass, again, World Cup.
Foul on the grass, the players try.
The players, again, the players. Now, as I've mentioned before, this has kind of been linked into American football slightly for me. But I think you may be just thinking that because it's America. But a pass, but the fact that it's it just mentions a forward pass, but then there's nothing wrong with a forward pass in football, I suppose, but you kind of gravitate to American football because it's American pie, and soccer was never that big in America, to be honest. But the players tried, so again, you kind of think in American football, but that's just because it's American pie, in my opinion, and again, it's a forward pass, but you can make a forward pass in football, not a problem. You can pass any direction in football. So the players tried to take the field.
For a forward the jester.
The jester in the sideline on a cast. That's the devil. The jester is the devil. I've been through this, the lyrics and what they kind of mean, and the jester in a cast. Well, again, there's talk of a head wound as well, and things like this, and the jester in the cast maybe because his time has come to an end here. These kind of things, you know what I mean? Again, I'm not 100%. Again, it'd be good. I've actually commented on Hugh Jorgen's post here. See if I'm yeah, I am the top comment. I put, it's the summer during the World Cup, probably July the 4th, the 250th anniversary of America. Also, the Illuminati is 250 years old on May the 1st this year. I actually made multiple comments here. Hold on. I put, listen to the song, Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Helter skelter in the summer swelter, the birds flew off the fallout shelter, 8 miles high and falling fast. But P.S. You're in Satan's little season, not pre-tribulation. Good luck to you all. So, yeah, I had to comment and say, look, you're wrong. It's probably going to be in summer, and you're looking at all the wrong signs because this is Satan's little season here. You know what I mean? Spread the word because these people are waiting on something that isn't coming here. They really are. So it's already happened. Honestly, it's already happened. So the jester on the sideline in a cast, and the players tried to take the field, but the marching band refused to yield. Is the next bit? The players tried to take the field, but the marching band refused to yield. Now, the marching band refusing to yield is kind of sort of telling you the war drums, the drums of war. They refuse to yield. That you're not playing anymore. You're out the game here. You know what I mean? The war is relentless, and these people now are going to destroy you for everything that you've done in. I mean, I've mentioned this in just sort of the geopolitical scene there, and everything that Donald Trump's done in the last fucking 6 to 8 months. Even geopolitically, you'd be pissing off Russia and China, etc. And again, the inevitability is that they're going to do something about you. I mean, this is all planned, but they're playing it all out as well. You know what I mean? It's justification on the geopolitical scene for Russia and China to do something about America, because America's walking all over the planet thinking they own the place and blowing the shit out of everybody. But as we can see from this song and many other things, and even Hugh Jorgen's not on the wrong path. He's definitely on the right path. He's just looking at the wrong signs in many ways, for me anyway. Again, time will tell when we get to the 23rd of April and America isn't destroyed. But then don't get me wrong. I'm not claiming I'm right because July the 4th is not here yet, but based on a lot of what we know, it's pointing to summer and the World Cup. It really is, and this song, which is age old as well, points in that direction as well. But there's a lot more reasonings, as I explained there, as to why you would attack the World Cup. Again, it's a live, most televised event in the world, and if you want to galvanize people for war like 9/11 did and Pearl Harbor, then you go for dramatic effect, and dramatic effect is very much attacking the World Cup while the world is watching the World Cup. So that's it for me. Again, IPEC Goat. I'm very much aware of IPEC Goat 2 here. We've mentioned it, you know what I mean? And there is a lot in IPEC Goat 2. I've said that. And yeah, the Statue of Liberty falls in there and everything. But I just kind of think that people are getting the dates wrong here, or there maybe isn't a date in IPEC Goat. I don't know, but the reason I'm coming where I'm coming from, my conclusion is we've got this song that clearly mentions summer. There's quite a lot of other songs that mention summer as well. So we're looking at summer for me, due to multiple things pointing to summer. We have this song, which clearly is talking about bombs dropping here, fallout shelters, etc. Again, mentioning summer. The World Cup is the target that you would most attack for dramatic effect and to galvanize the people of the world, not just America. So to me, it all kind of fits together there as well. And we're not ready. We're not ready yet. It's like this guy's predicting it in a week, and world tensions and everything. It's not there yet. We're not there. So April, May, June, July, another couple, 2, 3 months time. Yeah, we could be there, but maybe still not. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's not July. Maybe it's not the World Cup. But I know it's definitely not now. And yeah, well, it's, I don't know. Again, time will tell. Ultimately, I suppose time will tell. Will either one of us will be right or both of us will be wrong. And hopefully both of us will be wrong, to be honest. But it doesn't really look like it's playing out that way, to be fair. So I haven't even watched this video of you, Jorgens, to be honest. I just know that he's wrong on the 23rd of April here for multiple reasons. And again, we only have to wait a week to see if he's wrong. But America's end, yeah, for me is, I mean, it's not even its end as such, unless it's an all-out absolute blitzing. But we also have a connection here through Dabu7. Bear with us while I find the video. So, just here on Dabu77, take it seriously. Iran shows LA getting nuked, massive EMP strike exploding over America in 2028. Yeah, I don't think you've got that long to wait, to be honest. But we'll have a lot listen to this.
What's going on, guys? Checking in with you, and I want to talk a little bit about this latest video that was just dropped depicting what's going to happen here in America. I can't show the footage because it looks like they're headhunting this footage, but it's pretty clear they're using these Lego animations, if you will, and they're depicting all these things. And in the newest one, they show that LA specifically gets targeted, and they also show that there is an EMP that seems to go off over the US. They depict this clearly, and they say and they show that it is Israel that is responsible for making it happen. There's a lot of things hidden within the imagery. I'm going to leave a link so you guys can check out this whole video clip and then let me know your thoughts. But I'm going to tell you now that not only is LA kind of like targeted in this, but they also show in the background, before they hit the button, 2028. So, just throwing it out there. I'm going to cover this more on the next live stream. But it should be known that they're telegraphing a lights out event, a huge event, and a whole lot more than that, even with the time frame. So
yeah. So again, another Lego crack. Apparently 2028. I don't think they've got that long, to be honest. I think it's this year. And again, it kind of has to. It has to be a big. I mean, we're thinking New York because again, the Statue of Liberty falls in IPEC Goat there. There is a game in New York on the July the 4th in the World Cup. America could be in that game should results go the right way. America could be it's the first round of the knockouts, I think, and America has the opportunity to be in the fixture in New York, in Philadelphia, I think it was, or in that region. I might have that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, so again, on July the 4th is the anniversary of America, 250. So a dramatic effect, again, destroy America on its 250th anniversary. It's like the irony in a way. And you would have to have a full-scale attack as well. So we're trying to think in New York, but you would have to be attacking multiple areas here if you need to devastate America in one blow, in one go. Yeah, it would have to be multiple attacks on multiple cities, military targets, like America do to Iran, etc. You know what I mean? Take out the fucking air defenses, the missile sites, the silos, etc. Yeah, it would have to be devastational and total if you're going to bring America to its knees, so to speak. So, unfortunately, yeah, this is the future in many ways. Again, on many levels of the plan, as I've mentioned before here. So, it's not looking good, to be honest. I mean, hopefully this won't happen, but I kind of think it is gonna, because we're heading for this Third World War. And just like the previous instances there, Pearl Harbor and 9/11, in order to galvanize the people for war and what get them to want to actually fight a war, you have to do things with dramatic effect, like 9/11 and Pearl Harbor, etc. So expect a big event again. When we were reading that World War Three book, and it was saying World War One Three won't start with big headlines. Well, it's kind of started without big headlines in many ways, but in order to get these generations to actually want to fight a war, you're going to need something big here, because nobody wants to fight this war, you know what I mean? And again, that the statistics speak for themselves. The amount of people that joined the army in the aftermath of 9/11 and Pearl Harbor prove that big events, big dramatic catastrophic events, very much galvanize the people for war. It's very much proven, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so I just thought I'd mention it. He's saying 23rd of April here, 22/6, America's End. Well, I'm saying July the 4th, or during the World Cup. It might not be July the 4th, but it just seems the perfect date in many ways. So, yeah, hopefully it won't happen, but the signs are there in many ways. Again, the song, Summer Swelter, the birds flew off the fallout shelter. The players tried to take the field, but the marching band refused to yield. Again, the war won't stop. There's no playing on. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? So, yet again as well, I think Don McLean thought we were pre-tribulation here as well, and this is Revelation, is it 18:22, I believe? There'll be no music heard in you ever again, is the revelation there. And it's pertaining to, in this sense, America's, like Hollywood and the music industry, the end of it. Again, the end of the music industry, the end of Hollywood. Yeah, like the end of the celebrity culture in many ways, the destruction of it all. Do you recall what was revealed? Well, yeah, no, most people won't. Like, and recall like you knew before, you know what I mean? So I'll leave it there anyway, but I just thought I'd mention it again. People making predictions. I mean, I've kind of made one, but we're basing it on a few factors here, you know what I mean? Not IPEC Goat in particular. I mean, IPEC Goat's in there. The Statue of Liberty falls, it's in IPEC Goat, but I've seen IPEC Goat myself, and I can't see anything that's really pertaining to a date in IPEC Goat, you know what I mean? For me, anyway, I mean, there's the signs of eclipses and blood moons, etc. But yeah, I've seen IPEC go up to plenty of times, and I'm not seeing a date in there for me. But through Don McLean here, and you've got to remember as well the main lyrics of the song, "Bye Bye Miss American Pie." So, and again, I've been through this in a separate video, like American Pie, like they made a film called American Pie, and that film ultimately, it isn't about shagging a pie. It's depicting the American way of life and growing up in the American way of life with jocks and nerds and all this kind of crack. Well, bye bye, Miss American Pie, bye bye, the American way of life. And in the lyrics as well, this will be the day that I die, because you've been attacked, you know what I mean? Yeah, there'll be the mass devastation, there'll be mass death. And in the light of that death, people will be galvanized to fight a war, is kind of the situation here. So that's my kind of outlook on it and what I'm seeing. It's like with Britain here and the Civil War and the Muslims, and you can kind of see what's coming with that as well, for me anyway. Luckily, we're in Britain, not America. We're going to be taken out in a different way. Again, the mention of all this civil war, but America looks like they're going to be hit hard here. For me, anyway. And then Donald Trump's like ramping it up for that, pretending to be like the big I am, and no one can defeat America. You know what I mean? Donald Trump's ramping it up for the big fall. For me, anyway. I'll leave it there. Anyway, peace.